Hey, survivors. We are about to play Medieval Dynasty. This game is amazing. Basically, it's the day in the life of someone back in the medieval time period. Doesn't get much more exciting than that. So most of the time you're playing a game where you're building a city or something like that. And this is actually a first-person game that's totally open world. 100% your decision what you want to do. You want to build something here or there or whatever. You want to farm one day and go hunting the next day. It's totally open world. But it is a wonderful game to play. It's in development and it's going to be released for full version at the end of September 2021. So that'll be very cool. Now is the time to get it because it'll be full price, or they're going to raise the price once it's full version. So the developers have been extremely active in this game, designing it and stuff, and they constantly are updating things, adding new things to it and stuff like that. And so I'll play it, enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and then I'll quit playing it, play other games. And then they'll add a bunch of new features, and then I'll start playing it again, and then of course switch off to another game, and then they'll add more features. So they keep updating it constantly. So I'm very excited to see what the full version is going to be like. But I thought I'd jump into it before the release. That way everybody understands how to play it, and they're not confused or anything, which it's really not a hard game to figure out. But it is a lot of fun. So let's jump into the game and see. But first I want to help you guys get set up with what's what. So this is the main screen. Once you log into the game, you can play a game, change your graphics, change your sound or your key bindings. Everything's pretty self-explanatory, but when you go in to play a game, you have a couple options to change around and stuff like that, like crouch, you want to toggle it, or sprint, toggle, change your keys, so, basic stuff. This is the same basically around. So if we go to new game, before you hit start game, you want to customize. Okay, so the reason why, if you start a game, it goes to the default settings. So customize allows you to change a couple things. Now this is super important, and I'm going to go through and explain every single thing for you so there's no confusion anywhere. Here we have the length of the seasons. Now this game supports all 4 seasons, so summer, fall, spring, winter. This is how many days for each season. So when the program first started and you started playing early in development, they only had 3 days per season. So now they've changed it to where you can make it as long as you want. Now what this does, mainly it has to do with the farming. So the hardest season obviously is winter. And farming normally is 2 seasons. So a lot of times you'll plant your crops in, let's say, July, and then you'll get them in the winter, or plant it in the fall and get it in the spring or whatever. So this determines basically how many days you have to have everything ready. Now 3 days is too quick. You need time to plant them, to sow your crop and all that. You need time to hunt. You need time to go into town. So 3 days is too quick. Now I played at one time at 10 days, and I found myself standing around a lot, wishing that it was much shorter, because that's way too long. One day to farm, one day to hunt, one day to gather stuff and run into town, and then I had like 5 days where I had nothing to do. So that's way too long. So switch it over to 7, and that was pretty good. I found myself not needing to be in such a hurry, but on the flip side, I still was able to finish mostly what I needed to do pretty quickly. So to me, if you're new to the game, 7-8 days is perfect. If you're very good at the game and you know what you're doing and you're not really wanting to explore but just play the game, 5 or 6 days. So I'm going to do 6 days. So 6 days a season gives you time to mess around on your farm, mess with animals, go hunting, and as you're going to see, a lot of that is going to eventually be directed toward your people that live on your farm, and so they're going to be helping you, and so you'll be assigning them tasks and stuff like that. And so 6 days, we're going to go with 6 days. So we'll see what that's like. Now here you can change your taxes. Right now, let's say the more you have, like you build a storage facility, a barn, you have to pay taxes on it. If you build a black mill, a blacksmith, you have to pay taxes on it. A weaver hut, you have to pay taxes on it. And so here you pay the regular game price. If you want to make it harder, you can raise it harder. If you want to make it super easy to where you don't have to pay taxes or whatever, lower it down, whatever you want to do. This right here is events. This is different things that happen in the game where it asks you to participate in something. Unlimited hit points, basically, where you can't get hurt, because when you're hunting, the wild boar could come out and get you, and stuff like that. Eventually, once the game is in full release, they're going to release bandits, and so you could get hurt by a bandit. So this, if you want to play on an easy beginner mode, unlimited hit points. Unlimited stamina is something I definitely recommend to most people. The reason why, the map is quite large. And in the beginning of the game, for a very long time, you have to run everywhere. And it's a pain in the butt. And so if you run, you run out of energy, then you have to wait, and then you run again. So if you do this, you don't have that problem. Also, in the beginning of the game, you're building a lot. You're cutting down trees. You're constantly cutting down trees. And with normal stamina, you're constantly having to rest. You don't have energy. Just having unlimited stamina just makes it just easier. It really does. I don't find it cheating. Just click on it. Here, lack of hunger. If you never want to be hungry, if you never want to get thirsty, to me that kind of takes the fun out of it. Unlimited weight. You have a weight limit, obviously. You can only carry, so much. This allows you to be Superman and carry everything. I don't really find that necessary. The people that are on your farm, do you want their food and their wood needs to be normal? Sometimes, as a beginner, the food needs I wouldn't really mess with, but the wood, you might want to make it a little bit less, like maybe 50%, because wintertime they do need wood, and that sometimes is a pain to have to chop the wood constantly and stuff. But honestly, leaving them on default is really no big deal. Food spoilage. So this means that it'll allow food spoilage. This means that food will never spoil. Now, so here's the deal. So you grow crops, you get cabbage, and after 2 seasons the cabbage will spoil. If you go hunting and you don't eat your food right away, it'll spoil. It's totally up to you whether you do this or not. I personally turn it off because I just find it, you got so many things going on, and all of a sudden you go back there and your damn food's spoiled, and you just haven't taken it to the damn store yet, or taken it to town to sell or something, and it can just be a pain. Now, one thing that makes a difference with this is feeding your hogs. Your hogs like to eat spoiled food. So if you turn it on, then you have free food basically for your hogs. You just give them spoiled food. If it's off, then you have to make food for your hogs, and this is way down the road. Now for me, By the time I can actually afford hogs and get hogs, I can make my own hog food. So it's not that big of a deal for me. So it's whatever you want to do, however you feel it's important for you. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, so that way you can see what it's like with it on and allow you to do it from there. So I'm going to do unlimited stamina, which to me is the biggest deal for running, chopping wood. It just makes it so much easier not to have to rest because you got so much to do. 6 days on the season, and everything else is normal. Okay? Poisoning, yes, I can get poisoned. Yes, temperature affects me. Wintertime, you have to wear winter clothes. Summertime, you can't wear winter clothes. Common sense. To me, that's just part of the game. Of course, you don't want to disconnect that. Poisoning, yes, if you eat a berry in the wrong season, you're going to get sick. If you eat a mushroom in the wrong season, you're going to get sick. That makes it fun to do. So what's the point of doing that? So, and this, like I was saying, this is just, sometimes it just makes it easier to undo this. It's whatever. If you're new to the game, turn that off. If you're advanced, leave it on. Trust me, it does make a difference, but I'm going to leave it on. The only thing I'm going to do is the unlimited stamina, okay? 6 days, unlimited stamina. So, we can go back, customize, everything looks good, start the game.
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
All right, so that was the introduction. And here we are in the game. We have a new quest, start a new life. So here we just appear on the map. This is where we are. We have a sign telling us a couple different cities. Now if you hit the M key, brings up a map, or you can hit the tab and click on map. So let's hit tab here. Here you have your inventory. We have a torch. We have our clothing. We have an apple. We have a quantity of 5. Dried meat, so like beef jerky sort of, 20 of them. Oat roll, 2 of them. And then we have 50 coin pieces. So if you click on this part here, it'll bring up only what's in that category. So that's only weapons and tools. This is only clothing. This is only food. This is only building, crafting supplies. And this is miscellaneous, or this right here shows everything. So if you want to use something, hit the F key for equip, drop, and so on. This right here shows you what you're wearing. This is your quick access buttons. So if you want to put an axe in this one here, so that way you just hit 1 and it brings it up. 2 could be for something else or whatever. And when something is in these options here, you can use the mouse scroll wheel to get to them also. This is your health, how hungry you are, how thirsty you are, how dirty you are, whether you need to take a bath, how tired you are, and so on. This is how cold the weather, comfortable wintertime would be colder, summer hotter, and so on. Here you have your skills. We'll go over that in a little bit, but these are different skills you need to master. So sort of like real life, once you learn how to do something, you can gain knowledge from it. So here we have extraction and hunting and farming and stuff. We'll go over that in a little bit. This is your journal. This basically just tells you what quests you have going on. So right now, start a new life if you have any side quests or anything like that. This is the map. So this tells you the temperature outside. This tells you the time of day. This tells you the season. So we're in spring. This tells you the year, how many years you've been playing. This tells you who the king is. Yarstri the First, the Cruel. Oh, that's not good. The Cruel. And then this tells your political, not political, but what people think of you. You're neutral right now. Nobody knows you. So if you do a bunch of evil things, people are going to unlike you. If you do a bunch of nice things, they'll like you, and so on. Different filters that you can turn on to look at different things. So right now, you're the triangle in the middle. So if you zoom in, we're using the scroll wheel. I'm right there. Now this shows you what direction I'm pointed at. So I'm basically pointed north, east. If I turn around here, see, now I'm southwest. So it shows you what direction you're pointed in. So if you're ever trying to go, like we're towards this town right now, there's a question mark right there, meaning that there's a quest target. So it'll show you on the map symbols that there's a new quest. And once you've accepted a quest, then it might come up with a question mark saying this is where you need to go and stuff like that. So this right here is the world. That's your whole world. You normally don't really go over here and over here. You normally stay in this area right here. And then these two towns are way in the south. This here is mountainous area. And this is where you go to mine. So there's a mine over here. And then there's another mine right up here. And you have to go into the mine to get iron ore and stuff like that. So this is sort of like a lake or a river. I don't know what you want to call that, but this is your main waterway. You can drink out of it. This area right here is a lot of hunting, a lot of good animals. So this right here, management, has to do with managing your farm. Once you start to get people living on your farm, this is where you assign where they sleep. You assign where they work, what they do. So you'll be using this screen a lot later on in the game. This also tells you like how much wood you need to be able to support the heat for the people living on your farm, how much food you need for the people living on your farm. This tells you your taxes. So once you start building buildings, I build a house, you have to pay taxes on it. I build 2 houses, you have to pay taxes on it. I build a shop, I have to pay taxes on it, So the more buildings you have, the more taxes you have. Right now, population, just 1. You get 5 people to live with you, the population will be 6, so you included. This is how many buildings you have and how many you're allowed. You're not allowed to just start building left and right. The game kind of slowly progresses you into it. So once you start doing more of the tasks, quests, then you will be able to build more buildings. So that's what that right there is basically for. So Like I said, this will be very handy once you start getting more people, and a lot of these things will make more sense. We'll go over them later on. And then technology is basically purchasing information or knowledge. So if I want to learn how to build a wooden stool, it costs 250 silver pieces to learn how to do it. So you're basically buying knowledge. So if I want to learn how to make a stone spear, it's 50 pieces. A bow, it's 100 pieces. So you're paying for the knowledge basically, to buy them. And so as you go on, then you're able to buy more and more. And that way you can decide what is important and what isn't. So way down the road, you build a smithy, which is a blacksmith. You can decide like what's important for you to purchase, the rights to, or not really the rights, but the knowledge, and stuff like that. So a lot of that also has to do with your skills and so on. So, which we're going to go over. So this right here, like I said, is the tab key, unless you changed it to something else, but that's how you get into that. And there's actually quick buttons for each one, but I usually just hit tab and then click over. The only other one I use is M for map, because I mean, use the map a lot to look around, but after a while you just know where everything is, so you don't really need it. So move around is your usual WSAD, sprint is you hold down the shift and hit the W key. You've got unlimited running, so you don't have to worry about it. So on the bottom left, you'll see your endurance, your injury, your water, and your food. Actually, the water is the yellow, the food is, or excuse me, the water is the blue, the food is the yellow, the red is your injury, and the green is your stamina. But where I have unlimited stamina, the green will never go down. It'll always stay the same. So normally, if you don't have unlimited stamina by running, your stamina will go down. But where I have unlimited stamina, it's not going to go down. So nothing to worry about there. Now, on the very top of the screen, in the middle, very top, you have your direction. So east, southeast, south, southwest, west, and so on. So, and then it always tells you whenever you're in a task or a quest. I have an active quest right now, and that is telling me where my quest is. So as I get closer or further away, it increases or decreases. So that makes it kind of nice. So that way you know that you're going in sort of the right direction, which makes it nice. So now you do have other keys that you can use. A lot of them I never ever use. There's one is hide the HUD, which is H. So totally a free screen. If you don't want any of that on your screen, you don't care, then you have H. So I usually just leave it on. I've never actually ever needed to turn that off, but maybe if you want to take a screenshot, take a screenshot of that, you don't have it on. So that's a nice feature, very nice feature. Of course, you have kneel down, stand up. That's good for hunting. You have the Alt button, turns everything. It's mainly like a focus mode. We'll see that when we're hunting. So if you're trying to focus in on an animal and stuff, you hit the Alt button. The control button kneels down and stands up. Like I said, Shift and W is run. So it toggles it on. You don't have to hold it. You just hit it to toggle it. Q is your building menu. So we're going to get into this in a little bit, but those are things that you can build. So we'll get into that in a little while. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Here is the village that we're looking for. So right there across the river is a little tiny village. So if you look at the map, this is the village we're staring at right here. And then across the river is this little village over here. And there's another couple little villages right here that are very small. This is just a farm, basically. So, very small. This right here is actually the main village that you'll be spending a lot of time with down here. So once again, if we want to run down there. Here's some people farming. And you can actually interact with everybody. Anybody you walk up to, it'll bring up a dialogue for you to start talking with. Very cool. So there's a guy. He's doing his little farming thing. Up there, they got some straw or hay or wheat or, yep, wheat. That's what it is. Very cool. Oh, I heard a goose. Very cool animals in this game. And these are all for sale. So, okay, I don't see. Oh, there's a cow. Hi, cow. So way later on in the game, because those are expensive, you can buy a cow. And, oh, here they are. They're inside there. Oh, look at the little chickies. So this one's 750 pieces to buy. A big one is 1,500. So, pretty expensive. You have nowhere close to that money. Oh, little kids. What's up, buddy? See, when you walk up, you can actually talk to everybody, which when you talk to him, it'll actually say, sorry, I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. So now we need to find the person that we need to talk to, which it says it's over here. And it's him. This is the guy we need to talk to. So, go up to him and hit F. And, hey stranger, what brings you to our valley? You don't look like a merchant or a pilgrim. No, I am not. Rasimer is my name. Rasimer is my name. And I came from the south looking for my uncle Jordan. Hey stranger, what brings you to the valley? You don't look like a merchant. Okay, so in his old home they called him Jordan the Rathman. Jordan? Ah, yes. He told me once about his life on the river. You came to the right place, but a few years too late, I'm afraid. Why is that? What happened to my uncle? He was a great man and an even better friend. Rasimer, as a good craftsman and an excellent trader, he made a small fortune here. See the tavern over there? He built and ran it, as well as many other shops that you'll find in the valley. My mother told me that he got his wealth in the north. I had no idea how wealthy, but that doesn't answer my question. Or I could respond with, well, at least I have a place to stay, but tell me now, where is my uncle? Let's see, I like this answer better. Your uncle got himself killed, my friend. He had the idea of a huge trade with a German kingsman in the west. 5 carts filled with the best iron ore, beautiful colored linen, and excellent beer. Pulled by 10 oxen. He was not fooling around. I can tell you that much. So what happened? How did he die? His truck got ambushed by bandits. His carters slaughtered. He must have put up a good fight. Took 2 with them to death. That's what we saw when we searched for him. I buried him myself, or better, what the wolves left behind. I'm sorry that you're bearer of bad news. My uncle is dead. Wealth is gone. I came all this way for nothing. I wouldn't say that. I would tell my nephew. I wouldn't let the nephew of Jordan go to waste. Even if most villagers forget fast what they owed your uncle. I have no intention to join them here. I am the Castellan, and my word still carries weight. So tell me, can you build your own fortune? Well, I can craft simple tools. I can collect my necessities from the wilderness. I know how to count and barter. That's good enough. I may not have good or gold to offer, but you can have as much land here as you want. Not sold, but granted to you for life. Build a house, grow vegetables, keep some livestock, and follow your uncle's dream. Are you serious? My own land? As much as I want? As much as you put to good use, my boy. And as long as you can pay the taxes. There's always a catch. You gotta pay the taxes. I understand. Do you have any advice for me to start with? You can cut down trees to build your house. Reed grows by the river. It will work well for a roof. Do you have some food with you? Not much. If necessary, you will find several vendors in the village. If you don't have any money for food, you can always look for mushrooms in the forest or hunt animals. Maybe I could earn some coin somehow. Sure, you can talk to people here in other villages. Maybe someone will pay you for help. Thank you so much for your advice. It's time for me to find the right place. Let me see. I have something special for you. This is a hammer your uncle used to build the house in which he grew old. What better tool to have to build your first home? Thank you very much. See you next time. All right, so this is telling you the tab menu, which is what I already went over with you. Construction wheel, Q. Inspector mode, left alt, which I already went over with you. Whoops, didn't mean to swing at you. All right, so now we have to build a new life. So chapter 1, new beginning. So it's basically telling you, if you look there, gather 10 sticks, gather 2 stones, make a stone axe, cut trees, make straw, build your first house. So it's telling you basically what to do and everything. So we're done talking to him. And you can go talk to everybody. I mean, it's a complete village. These are all houses. You can go into the houses. Just don't want to steal anything. So, I mean, whoops, water, saying I'm thirsty. So, but this is what a house looks like. You can go in there, just don't want to open anything or take anything, because then you're getting in trouble. So, here's the barn where you store stuff. Not barn, but like storage area. We're going to go over all that. Here's the community fire pit. Now this is where travelers come and stay. They're not really members of the farm or of this community, but they'll come and sit here, and so you can go and talk to each one and stuff like that. Anybody under 18 won't talk to you. This right here is the tavern, which he was talking about my uncle built and ran. So here's the tavern. You can buy food from her and stuff. Now if you look on top of the screen with the compass, okay, so right now we're walking northeast, right? So if you move it around, it says there's one person there. That's a traveler. So that's somebody who might live with you. So if there's other people like him, like her, okay, there's no mark there. So she'll never live with you. She lives here. But this person might actually live with you. So if I go talk to him, he'll say, hey, I'm a traveler from a distant land. And then you try to be nice to him and stuff like that, which we'll get into later on. But if you look, it'll show symbols. So like this right here, that symbol means that that's a merchant. That's a person who you can buy and sell to. Let's see. That right there is who the person we just talked to. He's actually the person you pay your taxes to. So that symbol is your taxes. So, you know, you go to him. These symbols here, explanation points, are people who have a task for you to do. So if you want to make money, so it might be, go gather me 100 sticks. Go cut down 15 trees for me. I'm building something. So those are people with tasks. So normally in every town, there's 2 or 3 people selling stuff. So there's only one merchant right here. And then the rest of them are people with tasks and everything. And let's just, no, seriously, let's let our kid just walk around. Really? Where the hell's mom and dad? We're letting our kid, really? Is that your kid? I mean, where's mom? We're just letting the kid walk around. Okay. I don't know. That was kind of weird. I mean, I guess they don't really, yeah, okay. So anyway, so that's the guy. If I want to talk to him, I guarantee he's a traveler. This person here must not be, and so on. So this is your average town. So come out here. We're no longer in the town. So we need to find a place to build our house. So if we bring up the map, now it shows 2 people here have tasks for us. There's a person there that has a task for us. Nobody there, nobody there, nobody there. There's a person here that has a task. There's a person there that has a task, and so on. So, all right, so we want to build a house. Now here's the catch. You can build it anywhere you want. I can build it over here, I can build it over here, I can build it over here. You can't build it very close to the cities. They all have like a imaginary border around them. So I have to go sort of out of the city to start building. But you want to make it somewhere centralized because you're going to be coming back here an awful lot. And you're going to be going to other places and stuff. So you don't want to make it like over here and it takes forever to get somewhere. So my recommendation always is this area right here. Really is. Now, you're not only building a house, you're going to build your own village. Okay. So you're talking about, farms, farm fields. You're going to do hunting, and stuff. So you want an area that's a lot of trees so you can build. You want an area that's flat and something centrally located to where you can get to places. Now what we're going to do is we're going to follow this road right here. We're going to come over here. We're going to come over here. And we're probably going to build right here. Now there's a lot of places you can build, but my idea basically is just in this area. That way I can easily run over here. I can run over to this town because that's actually one of my favorite towns to run to. And so on. So something right there. There's a bridge right here to cross over. There's a bridge right here to cross over. So it's not too far away from the bridges. So yeah, we'll probably build right here. So maybe right here. So let's go ahead and exit out of there. And let's go ahead and run. And let's get where we're going. So now if you look at my meter on the bottom there, the bottom left, my blue water is flashing because I'm thirsty. Now this is a river, so I can come over here, hold the F button, and I just drank. Very cool. See? Very simple. Alright, once again, back to running. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. See, this is what you're going to be doing a lot. Now, if I didn't have the infinite stamina on, I'd be tired by now, and I have to do this. This is what I would be doing. And then it would raise back up, and then I could run. And then I'd have to stop. And then I could run again. So, it just makes it easier. It really does. Alright, so here's a bridge. We can cross over. Now you actually can go through the water. Here's a bridge. You actually can go through the water, but you don't want to have to do that. Look at this scary woods. Imagine walking through there at nighttime. Ooh. Oh, let's run. Why are we slowing down? Alright, so this is an area I was thinking of building. Right up here, the road was split left and right. And it makes a very nice area. So right here, the road was split. Look at this area. Look at this land. See right here? Look at this. You know what that is? That's reed. This right here turns into straw. So reed. Look at this area. Very nice. Oh, now it's telling me I need food. How to find food and stuff is getting hungry. We're going to worry about that in a minute. So if we keep going here a little bit. Alright, so we got a little creek right here. Little creek goes, see how it goes way up there? Goes right on up there. Yeah, look at this land. Very nice. Look at all this land. Yep. Now we got that road split. Oh, we got rocks here. I don't think that really will interfere. Yeah, so here's the other road, the other path. It goes that way. So we always could have it over here. And this could be our farms and everything, all right through here. All right. So, let's go ahead and build. Alright, so let's go over the fundamentals of building a house. So, this path here is going to be my area for the houses. So, houses will be here and here. And then my farm is going to be back there. Yep, so we'll cut down all these trees right here. This whole area is going to be so different. It's going to look so weird. This will work out good. Alright, we need an axe. So, we need 10 sticks. So, what we need to do is find sticks. Alright, so this right here is a stick. So hold down the F button, and you get it. Hold down the F, and you get it. Hold down the F, hold down the F, hold down the F. Now there's also sticks on the ground, which actually looks like a stick. Now we need rocks. Now if you can never find a rock, okay, so like here you have rocks that you need a pickaxe, okay? But if you want to pick up a rock and you cannot find a rock, okay, come over by the water. You will find rocks. Whoops, I need to sleep. We'll go over that in a minute. Come over to the water and you will find rocks by the shore. Okay, so I lied to you. So this is a land of no rocks, apparently. Here we go. Oh, that's a... Oh, no, there's a stone. There you go. We need to make a campfire and go to bed here soon. Great. Normally there's rocks everywhere. Aha. Okay, so... let's build. So we got to bring up the crafting menu. Okay, so this is the crafting menu. Cute. So these are all things we can build. A fence, a building, handcraft, furniture, a road. So if you click on handcraft, here we can build a stone axe. Because we have 10 sticks and 2 stones. So, we pull up our inventory. We now have a stone axe. And it's in inventory number 1. So if I hit 1, stone axe is in my hand. Hit 1, it goes away. Now if I use the scroll wheel on the mouse, it'll bring it up also. So, we need to make a campfire. We need to go to bed. And to make a campfire, hit the Q button. Come over here to furniture and decorations. There's a campfire. It says I need 16 sticks, and I currently have 21. So where are we going to put our camp? We're going to sleep right here by the water? That's fine. So let's Q over here, over here, over here, and you can put it there. Now if you can't put it somewhere, it's going to be red. I can put it pretty much anywhere, apparently, but it won't let me put it like there, so it's red. So I can put it here. So place it, hit the left mouse button, and now I have campfire. I need to start it, hit and hold the F button. I've started a campfire. So now I can cook with this. So if I hit the F button, just tap on it, it brings up anything I can cook. Now I don't have anything on me. If I had fish on me, I could cook fish. If I had meat on me, I could cook the meat. I don't have anything on me. So, but if you hold the F button, then I can go to sleep. So let's hold it. Do you want to sleep until the next day? Yes, I do. And here we are. It's morning time and it's raining. Goody gumdrops. My fire went out because it's raining. Alright, so let's hurry up and build a cabin. So what we need is we need trees to build a cabin. I think we were going to build it. Okay, so here's the sticks lying on the ground. So that's what it looks like when it's lying on the ground. Thought we were going to build it over here, weren't we? Let's see. Yep, that looks about right. Here's my land. I'm going to cut down these trees and start building it over here. So, let's get out our trusty axe. Oh, that's not an axe. That's a torch. What are you doing in my hand? A torch. I don't want a torch. Okay. So, come over here and start swinging away. Well, missed. There we go. And timber. Oh, I turned off all my HUD. Okay, so spruce tree. So now we cut it into logs. So you pick it up, and I am super strong because I can hold quite a few logs in my inventory. I can hold, oh, speaking of inventory, let me show you something. Hit the tab button, and right here is your weight limit. So I can hold 35 kilograms, and right now I've got 18 kilograms. So a tree is 7.5 kilograms each. So this is basically your burden level. Now the cool part is once I'm at 35, it doesn't stop. You can still keep going. It just makes you slower and slower. So timber. Oh, crazy, crazy. All right, so we got to hit it twice to make it into logs. So there's one, and there's one. All right, so we got 6 trees on us. Now, we go to Q. Go over here to building. House. I need 6 logs to build this house. I have 6 logs. So, question is, where do we want it? So back there's the water. Here's my farm. I'll put it right here. And we'll start basing everything on this building. So, Q, house, house, house. So here's the house. Now here's the bad part. You can rotate it with Q and E, right? So right there's the door. So Q and E. But you can't go further back. So it's really hard to see where it's going. So you want to, you want to already have an idea. So I can't put it here because of the rocks. So that's something to keep in mind. Those are permanent. That's not something I can break up or whatever. So anything here is rocks. I'll never be able to build there. Here's a rock over here. So we need to find land that's a little bit rockless. So here's all these rocks that I can't build on. So we don't want to be limited because of these rocks. Let's find an area that's a little bit less rocky. Where am I on the map? How's this land look? Because keep in mind, we're going to be cutting down these trees. There's a lot of rocks here. Just naturally a rocky area. Alright, well, we'll head back over there. Where'd that path go? There's that path. Look at all that rock. There's no real rocks over here, so... Ooh, these are berries. Can't collect them yet because it's not summer. You can only collect them in the summer. So they're not ready to be picked. So that'll be nice. Look at all this land. This is going to be fun. Okay, so we're going to build here. Okay, so we're building here. So we're going to put a house right, let's see, this is the road. We're going to put a house right there. So facing right there. Alright, so Q. House, house, house. Right. Place. So once you place it, that's it, buddy. You can't pick it up. You can destroy it, and you gotta start all over. So here's the house. And it's gonna be, this is gonna be the backyard. So people are gonna be walking here, and that'll be in the backyard. I'll have a fence eventually. This will be my front door. So, now remember the guy back at the, oh, I'm hungry. I need to eat and I need to drink. So, go into inventory. Go to food. I've got apples. I've got 5 apples. So if you hit F, you can eat one. So, eat 1 apple. Let's eat some dried beef. So let's eat 3. Now if I exit out of there, you see my food went up just a little bit. So we need a drink, so we're going to run down here to the water real quick and get a drink. Hold the F. And a drink. Alright, so we're full. So let's go ahead and build the house. Alright, so they gave me an axe, or I built the axe, but he gave me a hammer. So if you hit the tab key and go over here to your tools and weapons, here's my wooden hammer. Now the wooden hammer is for building, okay? So we're going to go ahead and highlight the hammer, okay? Then we're going to come over here and click, and it's going to put it in position 2, okay? So if we want it in position 3, you would double click here and put it in 3. We're going to put it in 2. So double click, put it in 2. Okay, so now if I hit the 2 button, there's my wooden hammer. Hit the 2 again, it goes away. Hit the 1, here's my axe, but 1 apparently brings up my fire, which I don't want my damn fire. Alright, so here's my hammer. So when you bring up the hammer, it shows you your building, what you can actually craft. You put the hammer away, that goes away. Now, when you come up to it, it tells you what's required. So this is a wattle wall, which is a bunch of sticks. It requires 2 logs and 6 sticks. This here is 1 log and 6 sticks. Now, you want to change it, okay? So this whole thing is wattle. So this is a wattle wall, and so on, okay? So if you want to change it, you hit the F button, and it brings up what type of wall are you interested in. So this right here is a wall with a window. This right here is a door. This right here is a solid wall. This right here is a solid wall. This right here is a wall with a window. Solid wall. So if you want to change them, so right here on the side, I don't have windows, okay? What if I want to put in a window? So we come over here, hit F, and I want a window wall. Now it's telling you what kind of wall do you want. Do you want a wattle wall? Do you want a wooden wall? Or do you want a stone wall? So this requires 6 stone and 2 logs. This requires 4 logs. This requires 1 log and 6. Now, I like the look of the logs better. So this is going to be a windowed wooden wall. Let's change this to just a solid wooden wall. This right here is going to be a solid wooden wall. This right here is going to be a windowed wooden wall. This right here is going to be a solid wooden wall. This right here is going to be a windowed wooden wall. And this right here, the door, I'm going to keep the same. So that way you can see what a wattle wall looks like. And this right here is going to be a windowed wooden door, or a window, wooden wall. So come inside here real quick. So wooden wall, wooden wall, wooden wall, wooden wall, wooden wall, wooden wall. So now up here, this will be a wooden wall, and then these we're going to leave alone. So they're going to be thatch roof right now, because if we hit edit, you can make it a wooden roof or a wooden tile roof. We're going to leave it at this. Now you can upgrade them down the road, but we're going to leave them alone. So makes it nice. All right, so we need trees. So we need to bring up our axe. And we're going to run over here. And we're going to cut down a bunch of trees. Now, if we had endurance turned on, we would be getting wore out, and you'd have to constantly wait, and it just would be a pain in the ass. So this makes it so much easier not to have to do that. Okay, don't follow me. So every time you cut down a tree, you have to come over to it and hit it 2 times. And now it turns it into logs. So you can pick up the logs. Oh, stick. Now every time you cut down a tree, you're also instantly picking up certain things that are part of the tree. So you're instantly collecting sticks from it, and you're collecting feathers from it. So if you ever look at your inventory and you're like, where the hell did all this come from? Excuse me. It's because you've hit the tree and it tells you that you're picking stuff up naturally. So now, I am carrying too much. So if you look here, I'm allowed to carry 35 kilograms, and I've got 35.46. So what that does is it starts to make it to where I can't move as quickly. Now I'm just barely over, so it's not too bad. But if I come over here and I do another tree, it'll make it even worse to where I'm moving super slow. So let's take a look and see what that does. So you have a new indicator on your screen which looks like a weight, and that basically shows you that you're overburdened. And once that starts going up, so watch, I'm going to pick up this. Nope, it went up even more. Went up even more. So you see I'm actually moving slower. So I can't run anymore. See how slow I'm moving? I can't run at all. This is as fast as I can move. That's as fast as I can go. So let's bring out my building axe, or the hammer I mean, and let's start building these parts. So all you do is you come over here and you swing away. It changes color as you start to get closer to all the materials that you need. So that's done. That's built. Come over here, the next one. Next one. Alright, so I've got everything built. Now over here I've got sticks. So I've got sticks for that. Alright. So let's go cut down more trees. So let's switch back to our axe. Now if you look at the axe symbol in the bottom right hand side, it'll show you the condition of your axe. It's starting to go down every time I'm hitting with it. This is just a cheap stone axe, so it's not going to last forever. So, more trees I chop down, the worse it's going to get. Once you start building stuff, is that tree not going to fall? How did I cut down this tree? Once you start, yeah, I thought so. Why aren't you falling? Okay. Once you start building and stuff, you get a blacksmith. You can start making steel tools, iron tools. So you build a better axe that lasts much longer. It's actually sharper, so maybe it'll take you 3 swings to cut down a tree instead of 4. Things like that. Everything becomes a little more efficient. Alright, so I need 2 logs, and there's my thatch. So that's what thatch looks like, or wattle, excuse me, a wattle wall looks like that. Sticks going across, there's my door. Done. Oh, need more wood. So, I got my axe. That's my stomach growling because I am hungry. Let's see. Let's go eat some of those. Eat another apple. And yeah, that got me up a little bit. Not too worried about it right now. We're going to go hunting here soon, so no big deal there. Alright. Now these stumps are always going to be there. What happens is after, I think it's 2 years, they'll grow back into trees. Now, this is going to be our farm area, so we actually don't want these trees. Those trees back there can stay. We don't want these trees. So when you walk up to it, it tells you you need a shovel to get rid of the stump. So later on down the road, we'll actually get a shovel and we will start getting rid of them. Alright. So, what do I got here? I got 6 logs. Let's go ahead and cut down some more trees. Overburdened, it's hard to move. I didn't really make that very straight with the path, did I? We won't go there. Alright, we need our building hammer. Good job. Good job. Alright, so we got walls. Very cool. Now we need ceiling. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more trees. Looks like we're going to need another axe here in a minute. Almost done here. Ooh. Level up. And our axe just broke. Alright, so we need stones. So let's go back over by the river and get some stones. I need 2 stones. There's 1. I know there's a stone here somewhere. Now, tell you what, the best time to get stones is winter time, because when there's snow on the ground, holy cow, do you see them. So, Q button, handcrafting, and we can make a stone knife, or we can make a stone axe. A knife doesn't do any good cutting down trees. We need the axe. So, we got our axe. Go back to cutting down trees. Alright. Oh, gotta put it in our hand. Alright. One step closer. Alright. So that'll be it for the trees. Now we're going to need straw after this. I'll show you how to get that. And then our house will be complete. That should be it for the first video. Very cool. I mean, really, is it going to rain all day? Alright, so let's bring up our wooden hammer so we can see what we're doing here. Alright, so 1 log, 2 logs, 1 log, 1 log, 2 logs, 1 log. Okay, so we need straw. Now, straw is simple to get. Whoa. Straw is over here by the water. Okay, see all this? This is straw. So, easy way to get this is start from one end. Okay? Don't go in the middle. Start at one end. Sort of stand by it and hold the F button. Collect it. Collect it. Collect it. Collect it. And just stand here. Move over. And just start tapping the F. Now you have to hold it so it's a complete circle. I'm leveling up like crazy. Basically, I'm a new person that doesn't know how to do anything. So in this short time period, so I've collected all this that's been over here. All that is mine. If we look at our inventory, we have 83 straw that we've picked up in the matter of a few minutes. So, let's head back over here, pull out our wooden hammer. Whoops, I just went right past my house. Come inside. And we are definitely going to have enough. Definitely going to have enough. Very cool. Alright, so this right here is our empty house, right? Totally empty. Once you put in the last one, it is now furnished. So we can sleep here, we can sleep here. This is our personal chest that we can put things in. So if I have the straw here, I highlight it and transfer stock, F. How much do you want to transfer? All of it. Except stick. You want to put all your sticks in there? You want to put all your coin in there? What do you want to put in there? So you tell it what you want to put in there, and it'll transfer it to your chest. So that way it makes it easier. Hit escape to exit out of there. If you want to build something, I can light the fire, and there'll be a fire. So there's a fire going on. And then up here I can craft. Now I don't have recipes for anything, so I actually can't cook anything. But here's a fire. So that is my home. I am starving. So I am going to eat something again. Let's go ahead and eat one of these. One. Oh, that filled me up halfway. Heck yeah. Let's go get something to drink. There we go. Alright, so for day one, we have built the house. This is our house. And down the road, this will be our farm and village. So we are going to call it the day for video one. Very cool. Thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like what you're watching, hey, go ahead and hit the thumbs down button. Just let me know why. But I do appreciate you joining me, and don't forget to tune in for day two, or I should say part two. And we will basically hunt a rabbit, make a wooden spear, and kill an animal and all that. So it'll be a lot of fun. So I do appreciate you joining in. I'll see you next time.